Hello, this is Si-Wing Yi. Welcome once again to another video. This video is provided by Redfin once again, and this article just came out today, maybe a few minutes ago. I'm not sure. What's today's date? 20 October. All right, the title is Pending Home Sales Plummet Over 50% in 3 Florida metros hit by Hurricane Ian. All right, so before we go any further, I would like to ask you guys to, if you see value on this video, please hit the like button, smash it as a matter of fact, and also subscribe to my channel. And finally, to subscribe to my email newsletters too, so you can become a part of our real estate investing community of members, in which we have several thousand. All right, so without further ado, this market is something that I know quite a bit about. In fact, I bought my first investment property more than 20 years ago in Cape Coral and have done very, very well long term. And also I have guided hundreds of our out-of-state investors, mainly from California, to buy cash flow properties over many years in Cape Coral, Southwest Florida area. So we have a great team on the ground. We have a great relationship with people on the ground that know the area very well. And they have done very well for our real estate investors. Anyway, so let's now I would like to debunk and refute and just share with you my unique thoughts about any kind of articles that comes out from third-party sources, including Redfin. So there's a lot of, as always, there's always potentially misleading and inaccurate information out there. But you have to really understand the headlines is always very intriguing for a reason. People want subscribers. We all do, right? So the headlines are sometimes are very, very over the top, and you have to read into the article deep dive, go into a deep dive to determine the factual information. So, and this article is no exception. So again, pending home sales plummet over 50% in 3 Florida metros. Cape Coral saw pending sales sink 58%, nearly double the national decline, while Naples and Northport saw similar drops, and new listings also slumped in all 3 metros. That really tells you when you hear this kind of headlines, pending sales sink dramatically, this means sellers are not selling. This means inventory is getting lower and lower. When you have low inventory and moderate to high demand, that creates a very upward appreciation potential in any markets on historical basis. Economics 101, low supply, high demand equals rising prices. All right, I just want to give you the factual, scientific, evidential information in case any one of you out there emotionally try to justify your reasoning by stating that we can have a crash. You justify with some kind of data. These are emotions. You have to look at that fact, which I do for many, many years. For the past 30 years, I've been helping investors to buy out-of-state properties. And so I know the game very well. So anyway, so pending home sales has decreased as a result of the hurricane, obviously. So I don't need to go to numbers. All these markets, Cape Coral, Naples, are located in Southwest Florida within 20, 30, 40-mile radius. Right, so let's hit the juicy parts of it. And the other Florida metros experience large but less severe declines in pending sales. Pending sales fell 47% in Miami, 46% in Jacksonville, and 43% in West Palm Beach. They were down more than 40% in Deltona, Tampa, and Orlando. Just goes to show you, Florida, in relationship to other markets in the country, has grown consistently in appreciation, and it's a very desirable place to live. It's a number one, the country's the top number one destination for out-of-state migration into Florida. And Florida is the number one fastest growing state in the country and will continue to do so. So this, this kind of information I just shared with you sounds negative, but it's not. It's positive in the eyes of a potential buyer or an investor because price declines mean that there are opportunities for for a little bit of discount at least temporarily, and also just confirm that the inventory is very, very low. When you have low inventory, you're going to have very, very heightened enough housing activities. All right. Anyway, so let's go on. For the home listings drop again, same thing. Home listings have dropped because not as many sellers are putting their homes on in the market. But we do see builders that are slashing their prices a little bit, 10, 15% perhaps, because they have overbuilt in relationship to the lack of demand these days due to the higher interest rate. So it's an opportunity for investors and primary home buyers to negotiate with a new build to get some incentive, to get some lower price point and some other rate buy down incentive or what other or having the builder pay a closing cost, those kind of things, which is good. And let me see what else that are important that I need to share here. Initially, Redfin did some research indicating that two-thirds of the home buyers and sellers say they are hesitant to move somewhere with climate risk, but many still did during the pandemic because they were searching for relative affordability, lower taxes, and or warm weather, which in this case, overall in Florida, you are seeing relatively low home affordability in relationship to other housing markets in the country, especially in California and New York State and New Jersey and Chicago. Those high price areas are not doing well because people are migrating out of those overpriced markets to enter into Florida, which with sunshine, paradise, still low home prices, even though Florida in general has the prices has increased dramatically during the pandemic. All right, so the article also says if prices continue to ease, I love this last paragraph. You see, you need to, each article you see, no matter it come from Redfin or whoever, you need to do a deeper dive. You need to somewhat ignore the headline title, because headline title is always very, is very exaggerated, if you will, to say the least. But if you look at the fine print, this is the fine print. They use the most important. My takeaway is the most important of any article that I see over the years is the fine print. It's the last paragraph. That last paragraph will kind of validate the factual information as opposed to the overhyped title of the negative headline. And the last paragraph says right here. This is so funny. If prices continue to ease, more investors may see an opportunity to buy and flip damaged homes in Southwest Florida. Florida is already a hot spot among investors. Very true, very factual, not only in the past 2 years, but over the past several decades. Many out-of-state savvy, sophisticated investors have entered many markets in Florida, and they made a killing, and they can do the same thing right now. If, for example, in Jacksonville, the article further say in Jacksonville, 32% of homes that sold in the second quarter of 2022 were bought by investors. I'm not talking about not only mom and pop investors, but Wall Street hedge funds are also have entered the market, and a lot of those buyers, they have paid all cash. They ignore the allegedly high 7% mortgage, whatever. And then mom and pop investors, they usually come in, they put down 25% down payment, like our investors are still continuing to buy in this market. And the hedge funds, I don't know how they do it, but they buy in bulk, hundreds of homes, single family homes. They buy in various markets, and not only in Florida, but all over the country. Although they are percentage-wise, they are small players for the time being, the hedge funds, the institutions like BlackRock and Invitation Homes and a few other big names hedge funds. So also Miami, Orlando, Tampa were also in the top 10 in terms of decreases of home sales. So again, decreases of home sale is an opportunity for savvy investors and even savvy primary home buyers. Even if you're migrating from other part of the country, and many of you are over the past, especially over the past 2 years, because of remote work, and you can live there wherever you want. And many people from Northeast New York State, New Jersey, Northeast in general, as well as people from the Midwest in Chicago area, and people from the West, like in California, where I live in the San Francisco Bay Area. Many people have left those areas, are migrating into Sunbelt hotspots without no state income taxes, areas like Texas and Florida. So I am really working very hard to encourage our investors to buy an investment property for renting. I mean, if you can buy a property in Cape Coral, for example, at a reduced price from $350 to $300,000, and rent the homes out at $2,200, you put 25% down payment with close to 8% interest rate, you will at least break even or achieve slight positive cash flow. That's the blueprint. That is the blueprint. So we get a little bit of discount, at least temporarily. The Ian hurricane has displaced a lot of people in the coastal areas of Southwest Florida. So they need a place to live. So the rental market will be very, very strong. As long as you do not buy in the coastal areas where the hurricane hits the worst, as long as you don't buy in the flood zones, you'll be fine. So the inland of Southwest Florida, actually Naples is very expensive. Actually, Naples, the average homes there is at least $500,000, and oftentimes a lot more. Those are really for people with deep pockets that buy in Naples, or the retirees from the world and from the country are flocking into Naples, which is a tremendous retirement destination, which is like 40 minutes below Cape Coral. So I'll take my investors and don't buy in the flood zone, don't buy too close to the coast. Obviously, do not buy in Sanibel Island or Fort Myers Beach, because that area got hit the most. If you buy in deeper suburb like Lehigh Acres, LaBelle, Port Charlotte, although Port Charlotte got hit by hurricane a little bit, as long as you buy inland, Cape Coral is still okay in certain spots of Cape Coral that was not impacted by hurricane that much, especially new construction. When you buy new construction, you have hurricane resilient construction, especially the windows and everything else. And the insurance are really not that great. I mean, don't get misled. The insurance rate are still pretty reasonable in good areas of Southwest Florida. Moving inland, like I said, in a non-hurricane area, you still can do well, but don't buy in the coastal areas. At least not for me. Although the coastal areas in Southwest Florida, those homes average at least $1 million. Okay, those are very upscale individuals that are buying there. All right, so hopefully this helps out a lot. So Redfin, I mean, the data just clearly showed me the reduction of sales means that our inventory is very, very low. That means the market is still very hot, in my opinion. People still going to move to Southwest Florida. This once in a 200-year hurricane is people, are not going to get scared off by it. My prediction is there are some other people that may not have my similar opinion. That's fine. We can agree to disagree. Some people think that because of the hurricane, Southwest Florida is gonna crash. People will not gonna come here anymore. I will disagree with that because people still can move here because it's a very desirable place to live, and the homes are still fairly affordable compared to other part of the country. It's a paradise with sunshine and all those kind of job growth, population growth is still happening in Florida, especially Southwest Florida. All right, so that's pretty much I have. If you should receive a lot of value from this video, please smash the like button and also subscribe to my channel. And also, finally, to put out the email into my email newsletter, in my so you can become a free member of our real estate investing community. And of course, I would please uh, put down your comments below. I want to hear what you have to say. Some of you disagree with my thoughts. It's okay. I respect that, but I would be more than happy to answer some of your comments at the bottom of this video. Thank you so much and for listening, and I will see you on the next video on a weekly basis. Thank you so much. This is Steven. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.